Alright guys, it looks like we might actually be able to get into the match here in just a moment. The players are joining up, as you can see. Some of the member of T.I.L.T is finally getting into the lobby. They were able to find their way in here, so we'll be getting to that point. But I wanted to go ahead and pull this up for you guys and show you where we're at, as of course the tournament is getting close to the end here. So apologize for the lack of quality production on this, as I did just kind of throw this together here in a moment. But we can go ahead and no, we'll go ahead and save it. So Overwatch Kings has yet to find their match yet. They're going to be playing against the winner of Free Agents versus Redskin. I imagine it'll be Free Agents, but that's going to be that round of 16. Other team is going to be taking on, I believe Rift Gaming would be the most likely candidate there, but that's going to be the cast. So both of those you can find on other streams. ESL Overwatch is going to be the top one. The second one is going to be Gosu Gamers. Then down the line, some interesting matches. Team Era versus Team Kinker. Not sure exactly which one's going to win that, but I imagine Exequio Overwatch is going to do pretty well against Reason. Choke is going to be taking on the winner of Eager versus Project. And then down at the bottom, I'm pretty sure we'll just see We United make it. That's the assumption in that respect. So let me go ahead and check. And we are only missing one more member. And then we can get going into the match, guys. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. You guys are watching the Atlantic Showdown EU Qualifier number 4, as you guys can see at the top of your screen. We are going to be getting into the match in just a moment here, as the side of T4Tilt is only missing one player. Again, this is the round of 16, guys. This might be the last cast of this stream. I'm not entirely sure. It depends on how everything goes down. If there's another game that I can hop into, and ESL hasn't hopped into it already and they don't want to, then I can go ahead and cast that match. Otherwise, ESL is just going to take the cast, of course. That's how it goes. It's all good. More exposure for the teams and players makes me happy. So that's all I care about. One more player going to be missing, and then we're right into the action, guys. Again, I want to say thank you so much for tuning into this stream. You guys are watching RaptorZ Cast here on Dota Raptors, Twitch TV/Dota Raptors. Yeah, I know it's Dota Raptors. I need to fix that so bad. I don't know. It's one of those situations where, like, I'd have to make a new Twitch stream, and then it'd be like, well, I have a new Twitch stream, so now it's like, oh, everyone's going to go to Dota Raptors expecting Raptors to be there, but it's not Dota Raptors. So eventually I'll try to figure that out, but for now it is just going to be Dota Raptors. Yeah. Yeah, I do need to eventually figure that out and change it up, but it is back. I mean, pretty much all of my competitive gaming experience comes from playing Dota. I played the NA level. I mean, at all no way trying to be like, oh, I was so good, but I was a pretty good NA player. I mean, I definitely feel like I was on the precipice of making it into the professional scene, but it's very hard. It's drama, all the issues that you see in all the esports, but that's where all my competitive experience comes from. I was a 4/5 role, primarily a 5 role player, drafter, captain of the team, etc. So I did all the drafting for our teams. Drafting was fun. Kind of excited to see if we'll ever see any Overwatch formulas with that. And again, it would be one of those things where I don't think we'll be seeing it for a while. There's not enough heroes. But it would be interesting to see teams band down to certain hero pools and then only be able to pick between those heroes. There's some cool things they could do it. I'd honestly like to see it basically turn into somewhat like a Hearthstone thing, right? Where there is going to be a format throughout the year, right? That is BlizzCon, and then everyone follows the BlizzCon format for the most part. Looks like we should be getting ready in just a moment. And the point is that other tournaments can experiment, right? But as long as they're an officially registered tournament, it's good to go. So yeah, in Hearthstone you have Last Hero Standing and you have Conquest, but it depends, right? The official this year, I think the official format is actually going to be Last Hero Standing for BlizzCon. I'm not exactly sure, but my point is, again, guys, that I would like to see it where we do see different styles, different tournament rules, that kind of stuff. Just a different look for different events and stuff like that. But this will take me just a second here, guys, as I will need to spell tilt correctly. And I will need to add a dot after every single letter. I hope you guys are happy I got your name right on the title. But there we go, guys. We're going to be getting into the match here now. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. All you guys are amazing. We are going to be getting into the matches here. There are more Overwatch streams for you guys to enjoy as well, so I will say it one more time. If you guys haven't, get yourselves a multi-stream open. You guys could be watching ESL Overwatch, you could be watching this stream, and you could be watching Gosu Gamers all at once over on a Twitch multi-stream. If you want to go ahead and do that. But here for this game, we're going to be having the side of B.Fly. I don't know why. The sound feels weird. If it sounds weird in the stream, let me know. I don't know why, but the sound of my headphones is feeling really weird, kind of distant. But if it's working good, then it's working good. So here we go, guys. We'll be getting into this match. We're going to have for the side of the defense, B.Fly. They're going to be picking up a Zarya for Outsider. MVP Badger on his Reinhardt. No surprise there. Fisher going to be picking up a Reaper. Gaiken on a McCree. Tom going to be picking up a Zenyatta. And last but not least, Zelda going to be picking up a Lucio. Over here for the side of the offense, for the side of T4T.I.L.T, we have Benny going to be picking up a Diva. Riskin over here on a Lucio. Little Bow. And it might be Little Bow. I wonder if it is actually Little Bow. I'm going to be picking up the Zarya. We have Malseum going to be picking up a Reaper. Flash Door going to be picking up a Zenyatta. And now Hexus is going to be last but not least on a McCree. It could be Little Bow, the StarCraft player. I doubt it though. Of course, he is doing was doing very well a year ago in StarCraft. Was the only foreigner to make it into the top 16 of the WCS, aka BlizzCon. To get knocked out in the first round, I believe, to Hydra, but still, good player if it is him. We'll see if it's actually Little Bow as they're going to be continuing to push forward. Offense now going to be looking for their opportunity. They're going to go for the left side push. This is a pretty standard strategy, idea, etc. There is one more thing I do need to update for you guys, because at the top of the screen, this is going to be the round of 16. Initiation going in here as we're going to see the Zarya move in, get that good charge, and the bubbles off. But both Zaryas a good charge here. As you can see, the beams, the brighter, the more they are of their color, the more they are going to be charged up. That's going to be a great flashbang. Good shots. Taking Little Bow down low, and so far the trades are pretty even as the defense and offense are down on the HP, but not really down on heroes. And there hasn't really been a decisive fight for this as Fisher. He's going to discover the McCree. McCree's going to discover Fisher, and Bubble going to keep Fisher alive. Unfortunately, bubbling during a raid for him. A little bit of a mistake there for Outsider, but none that he can't fix, as there's going to be a flashbang landing onto him. Hexus is going to end up going down though to Outsider. But right now, the defense seems to be falling apart a little bit as they don't have Gaiken there. And Outsider is going to have to bubble up his Reinhardt. There's going to be a Graviton Surge on the payload and a... Oh, that Transcendence is basically going to prevent all the damage. There's going to be a second Transcendence coming out here from the defense. There's going to be also a Graviton Surge. An Earth Shatter, though, coming out from them. It's going to hit on Riskin and Flash Door. They're going to be able to clean them up really quickly. There is a bubble there to stall up some of the damage, but I imagine he'll be falling in just a second. Meanwhile, in the background, we do have Malseum going to be taking a lot of damage. Discorded up, as well as taking a left click from the Zarya. Benny going to be able to take out Tom, but he's on an escape plan. The question is, will he get out with his life? Chances are slim, as he's going to be taking that left click beam damage. Doesn't get focused down, and now Benny is going to leave his teammate Little Bow to get cleaned up by Outsider. Benny does take out MVP Badger in the end, but 1-for-1 trade. 2 minutes used up in the first point not taken, and B.Fly looking pretty good right now, as they have yet to lose the first point. MVP Badger dead. Fisher does have a Death Blossom available. Gaiken does have that Deadeye available, and of course Tom did use that Transcendence, but already up to 50%. Zelda with the Sound Barrier. Riskin is going to be getting close to his Sound Barrier. Benny does have access to that Death Blossom. That could do a lot. Fisher gets one. Takes out Malseum, but Riskin ends up taking out Fisher, and Tom falls to Benny. But MVP Badger with a double kill off the back of that. Going to be taking out the two major threats right there. Is, of course, the McCree being down is a major damage threat, and Lucio, his healing is incredibly important. Him being down. No Sound Barrier available here for the offense, as there's only a minute and a half left on the clock here, as B.Fly is looking very good right now. Gaiken, with this Deadeye, could be doing a lot. MVP Badger 4% away from an Earth Shatter, and last time that Earth Shatter won them the match. We watched them play earlier today. Gaiken, what can he end up doing with this Deadeye? We do have multiple ultimates. There's going to be a Deadeye from the side of the offense, as well as a self-destruct that's going to zone. That's going to be a self-destruct getting 1 kill, 4 kills. Basically, all of the defense is going to get cleaned up right here. There's no chance that they're going to fight this back. Tom is going to be one of the last members really left alive at 86%. He's going to try to fight it out, but that's going to be a team kill here for T4T.I.L.T. As the French team continues to move forward, Benny and team going to push forward. Little Bow does have access to a Graviton Surge here just in a second. 3 minutes and 16 seconds on the stopwatch. 3 minutes and 41 seconds left on the map here for T4T.I.L.T. to go ahead and work the Streets phase of Dorado. If they can get it through to the Streets phase with a meaningful amount of time, they might buy themselves the opportunity they need to get this game handily taken. But at the same time, or not handily, sorry, because they're already 3 minutes into the stopwatch. At this point, we're looking at a guaranteed 5-minute time. B.Fly, if they can keep this up, will have all the time in the world for their offense. Little Bow does have access to that Graviton Surge. We are just waiting for him to find the right moment. Season. It looks like he's going to choose right then and there. He's just going to catch two. He's going to be able to take out the Zarya, but Fisher's going to be able to get himself a kill during this, as he was sound barriered up, and the charge going to be coming through. His MVP Badgers might be able to get that kill. Does take out Benny. And now Reaper action. It looks like the Reaper is going to get ganged up on by Badger. T's taken out, but Badger ends up going down to Hexus, as Hexus is getting quite a few kills here on the top of that high ground, raining down some left clicks. Gets those 2 kills. Now going to be looking for the shots on the Fisher, but misses it. Never mind. Rolls around, finds the kill onto Fisher, and now 4 for 15 on the stopwatch as we continue through offense, accessing a few ultimates here, but mainly just that Deadeye, as we do have Tom with his Transcendence, and we do have Gaiken available with this Deadeye. And offense already moving along quite nicely as they're going to be cresting the corner here, already under the bridge. Like I said, Deadeye available for Gaiken. There's going to be the initiation with the Transcendence coming out from Tom. They're going to try to fight it out with this, as Gaiken takes a little bit of damage here from that Zenyatta. Trying to duel it up against him so far, losing the duel for the most part. Can he land one more, two more shots, gets the kill. Now he could be channeling the Deadeye if he goes for it. It looks like he is going to go for it. Will he pull the trigger? No. Defense Matrix going to stop that up, and Hex is going to land the one shot to take him out, and that looks like to be the payload converted onto the second point. Now B.Fly on the retreat. Zelda's going to end up falling to that left click. Now it looks like Fisher's going to be able to get alive with that Shadow Step into Wraith form. Quick reaction from him, able to keep him alive. Now we do have a Death Blossom available, and that could stall them up quite a bit. Question is, will that Death Blossom be good enough? Malseum does have his own here, as there's going to be a Transcendence available from Flash Orb after one successful connect, or just a little bit of Orb healing. But we'll see here. Of course, the Death Blossom could change the outcome of the game, and so could this Deadeye, as the defense is actually going to wrap around. They're doing a second wrap around, and then, oh, Tom is going to go down. Hex has pulled the trigger just quick enough. They did try to get away a little bit. I was going to take out to Gaiken, and now they're down two critical heroes. Fisher is going to try to stay hidden, but he has found out he's going to jump down with the Death Blossom, getting 1-2. No, he gets cleaned up by Malseum. Even though they did have that barrier on him, it wasn't enough, and now they're losing quite a few heroes. Outsider's one of the only members left. Offense still alive with everyone. They're pushing forward. They're cleaning up B.Fly members. Now there's only 1-2 left on the point, as it's going to be Gaiken, Tom, and Fisher, but they're going to be zoned back here by the Zarya. Full bubbles available. Does have a Graviton Surge to throw it out. Just going to zone them out. They can't get through this Graviton Surge. Wraith form going to be used. Self-destruct as well. 1.9 meters, as it looks like Fisher was able to get to the point stall just for a second. A little bit longer, as there's going to be an Earth Shatter. MVP Patrick goes down as well. 0.6 meters, as there is going to be a Diva. That's Outsider on the point. Going to be able to stall it up for just a little bit longer. And again, buy them more seconds on the clock. But in the end, guys, it is going to be converted. And 6:18 is going to be the time that I get.
Switching sides.
Okay, so we'll just do 6:18. So 6:18 is going to be the time. Now, that was actually not so bad, considering if you can look at what happened at the beginning for the side of the offense. They were not able to get anything done. This will be it, guys. B.Fly will either push the payload to this point in time, or they will fail to do so, and will be awarding a point to the side of T.I.L.T. Of course, that's going to be the reactor section of the map. We get there by capping here, the second point, known as the Streets phase. This is the end of it. Moving through the Streets phase, this is going to be the Streets as we follow out the defense. They're going to be getting onto the point here in a second. Payload follows this path through this door after it is successfully capped onto this point right here. Payload starts all the way back here, so they got a long trek to go, but they got 6 minutes and 18 seconds to make that trek. Question is, will they be able to? You know, if there was somebody actually in here, they'd be so terrified. Like, you're carrying a reactor, which I assume is a nuclear reactor, because that's what these reactors look like, is they're giant, you know, temples, nuclear reactor temples. Maybe it's some sort of, like, ion energy. I don't know. Point is, you're carrying an energy cell on a tank surrounded by heroes shooting at each other. Talk about high-risk job, man. Talk about a high-risk job. We'll be getting the timer started on time. As, again, you guys will see in the top left of your screen a time to beat pop up. Making sure that does show up, and there you go. You guys see it, and here we go. The action has begun here. As the side of B.Fly is going to be looking to get their offense going, and the side of T.I.L.T is going to look to stall them up. Defense Matrix is going to be preventing a lot of that spam from connecting to the offense, but still, some getting done as Outsider gets himself up to 10% to start off this fight. He's actually going to be up to 16%. Huge lobs. He's landing on multiple targets. And hasn't yet to use a bubble, so the payload will be making it through. They're just going to speed boost through. They're going to try to catch the defense before they set up, and it looks like there was a wraparound. Now it's a wraparound defense in the offensive position, offense in the defense position, and it looks like that's going to be bad for the defense, sorry, as they don't have the better positioning, and now they're going to lose 4-5 to start it off with, and that's going to be a team kill. We get the Corrin at the end, and B.Fly. That was really good reaction time by B.Fly as well. They immediately pushed through with the speed boost. They saw no one's downstairs. Where are they? And somebody probably called wraparound. And then they immediately all look. They immediately get in the better positions. They take the better fight. And that's going to be B.Fly taking the first point in record time in comparison to how long it took the side of T.I.L.T. So now we see what goes on here in the Streets phase. Defense is going to be able to already set up on the high ground, and that's going to give them a little bit of an advantage here, as they will be able to spam it out. There's going to be a Genji hiding out. That's Fisher on his Genji. Of course, his Genji is legendary in my opinion. If you talk about top Genjis in Europe, you have to bring up Fisher, even if he's not on a top team in Europe right now. His Genji play is up there with the best, Shadowburn and others. So here's going to be the Dragon Blade busted out. He's going to be onto the McCree, takes out Hexus before he even has time to react. Double slash, going to be able to take off Flash Or. Now he's going to be going over here onto the Reaper, getting one foot slash. Goes for the deflect, misses the second slash. Of course, that's the end of the Dragon Blade, but still, it was enough to get a team kill for his team. And they're going to continue to move through the streets phase unabated as B.Fly looks like they're a team on a mission. They have yet to been able to qualify for regionals where they probably belong with the likes of Overwatch Kings. Is another team that probably should already have been there, but they aren't. They would like to. But here in their way is going to be the side of T.I.L.T, and they are not done yet. They are not out yet. They still have 4 minutes and 18 seconds to defend, and they can do that if they're able to get it together. There's going to be a Graviton Surge on the defense, sorry, as Hexus is going to go for a Deadeye. Only gets one kill. As Gaikin goes for left clicks, gets himself some kills. Now there's going to be a Transcendence coming out for both teams. This looks like Flash Door is going to activate his, keeping his team alive, allowing them to retreat. D.Va's going to have the self-destruct use. Will be able to access it. No, because of the Earth Shatter. Chooses not to use it, but there's going to be that glitch. I apologize. And that looks like MVP Badger going to be getting a double kill. And again, B.Fly moving through this map unabated here. They haven't been stalled up once this entire time. Fisher already getting close to another Dragon Blade, and last time he had a Dragon Blade, they got through the second phase of the map unabated. Unchallenged, unstalled, unstopped. And now Fisher, with 13% to go, should be getting another one up here in just a second. We'll stay out of range just for a second to get that Discord orb off. Going to be pre-firing there. They're looking for those shurikens as there's going to be a Graviton Surge hitting on quite a bit. That self-destruct, will it be enough to get the kills? Malseum gets himself a triple, Malseum gets himself a quad, Malseum helps Little Bo get a team kill as they're able to win that fight, and they're able to buy themselves some breathing room here. Cost them a lot of ultimates, it cost them a self-destruct, it cost them a Death Blossom, and it cost them a Graviton Surge. But nonetheless, the side of T.I.L.T has a moment to say, what are we going to do to get this going? Or to stop this from going is better, the better way to say it. Fisher with this Dragon Blade looking to stop that up. As his team moves forward, they're going to go ahead and channel the Dragon Blade, and he's just going to go ahead and dash right through. But Hexus, I'm not even sure how he got that kill. He's going to end up going down. Graviton Surge onto all of the defense. Let's see if they can get enough kills here. As Gaikin's going to get himself one kill. MVP Badger, Zelda, MVP Badger, Gaikin. And that's it. Double Gaikin and MVP Badger getting huge kills, and now they're going to continue to push the payload. Last member alive is going to be the Malseum, and he gets cleaned up. Team Kill Horn is going to sound once again, and B.Fly is continuing to move forward with the payload. 2 minutes and 27 seconds remain, and the chance for T.I.L.T is starting to slip through their hands, but they still have opportunity as the payload isn't quite there yet, and the time isn't an hour on the clock. They do only have to hold for 2 minutes. There's going to be an Earth Shatter, but there's also going to be a great Transcendence coming out from Tom, keeping his team alive during all of this. Gaikin didn't end up using, that was Hexus that ended up using his Deadeye. It looks like it ended up getting something, but he's dueling it up against Fisher. Can he take out Hexus? This is a duel to decide a lot here. Fisher dropping him low, Hexus dropping Fisher low, but it looks like Fisher's going to end up winning, and he gets a dash into dash. Now he's going to be looking on to the Zenyatta, ends up cleaning him up, gets another dash, resets, and dashes through again. Dragon Blade active, and that's going to be it. 1 minute and 45 seconds remaining, so B.Fly will be able to take the first map with a pretty comfortable time.
3-3.
And we will be going BTL. Wow, B.Fly looking really good. So we'll be seeing what T.I.L.T wants to go ahead and pick up here. I definitely agree with Hexagrams and Jorasar. They both say about the same thing on this point. Generally speaking, what you see from the team that loses objective-based maps is they're going to take it to a King of the Hill map, where you're going to be in a fragging situation. Whichever team is the better fragger is going to end up winning there. We'll see which team that is. Yep, Lijiang Tower, no surprise there. So they believe that they have the same fragging potential as the side of B.Fly, but B.Fly has more practice and opportunity in the what's the term for it? Objective-based maps. And therefore, that they're going to have a better chance in just a pure fragging environment. It should be a BO5. I'm going to double check the rules on that, but it should be a BO5. Yeah, I'm going to double check as well. But I'm like 90% sure it's BO5. It's best of 5. That's what I thought. I knew I was right. God, Gaster, always right. Knowing everything. It's like I sit here in a chair and talk all day. I better know something. Ugh. Alright guys, so we'll be getting into this match in just a moment.
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower.
So, gotta switch this up real quick. And, sorry for that wide-eye there. I was, thinking about something. Thinking about how this is gonna go. Pondering a bit, and, I think that if Malseum... His Reaper play was really good that last match. I'm not going to lie. I really liked his Reaper play. I felt like his Reaper play was really important to them being able to win. And if he can continue with that kind of Reaper play, they can definitely win this match. But it's going to be off the back of him. It's going to be off the back of Benny, I feel. And at the same time, if they are actually going to stick with this Ana pick, we'll see if they will. We'll be following out the gates. If you're going to troll us, buddy, Flash Orb, we're never going to let you live it down. This stream will always remember your name as an Ana troll. But if he does go out with it, we will be following him out. Hopefully he does. Ana is an absolutely amazing hero in my opinion, guys. I think that there's a lot of misinterpretation as to what she is. At the end of the day, if you're... No. Okay, well... Yeah, no, she sucks, guys. Zenyatta's just better. Zenyatta's just better. Kappa. Kappa. Well, we're going to go ahead and follow out Malseum again. I think he's going to be a critical member. He's going to be picking up the only Reaper on the map as he's going to be looking to go on to this Winston, doing tons of damage to that Winston, dropping MVP down to half HP before anything can happen. But it looks like the first kill is going to go to Fisher as he's going to be sitting on his Genji. Double kill, triple kill for Fisher. As this is why you picked Fisher, a Genji. And good call by Hexus, just jumping off right there. That's the smart play to make. And wow, what are you gonna do here? What are you gonna do? The side of T4T.I.L.T. What's gonna be your plan? What's gonna be your job? What's gonna be your execution here? Is a dash through? Oh, that was just so much damage. Fisher getting the full dash through. We'll end up going down to Malseum though. Good shots by him, and then we'll cancel out the Dragon Blade full. So there will be actually no 72% wasn't able to fully channel it. So Fisher will be closer to that Dragon Blade when he respawns. Deadeye coming out from Gaiken, and none of the defense is in good position T4T.I.L.T, but they will get zoned back. This is a very aggressive play for B.Fly. If they end up losing this hold right here, they could end up losing the point, and then they'll be in the same situation that they're dealing with right now, or that they're in, where they are fighting and zoning back the team that does not control the point. But there's going to be a Graviton Surge right after the Transcendence. Second Transcendence going out, second Graviton Surge. This time it's from B.Fly. Their Graviton Surge seems to be a little bit better as they're getting a lot of damage on by Malseum. Malseum with that Death Blossom in the right place at the right time. Now going to be focusing on to Tom as he goes down to Benny. And this kill feed is just lighting up in the favor of T4T.I.L.T as they're able to win that battle. They're able to take the point 52% to 1%. And so let me make sure the titles are right. Yep, we do still have B.Fly on the top left. They are going to be up 1-0 in the match. But of course, this map is brand new. Best of 5 we're playing out here. Looks like the side of T4T.I.L.T, or B.Fly, sorry, going around the side, going to be opting for a bridge entrance. We did see Fisher use a Dragon Blade again, not sure where it was used, when it was used, but then ended up getting that much done. I can tell you that. He's going to be going up against this Zenyatta, taking out Flash Orb. And now there's going to be a Zarya as well as an McCree dealing with this Genji, but Lucio left all alone against him. Riskin just going to get cleaned up. Q, melee Q, dash, you're dead. Now it's going to be Benny with a left click and dash, and that's going to be another kill, and he's just going to continue to do the same. Shurikens into dash, shurikens into dash, shurikens into dash, kill into kill, and that's just how you play Genji. Constant resets, constant pressure and aggression. And he's going to be close to another Dragon Blade. Gaiken does have access to that Deadeye. Looking at the offense, they have another Graviton Surge available. Flash Orb does have his up available in just a second. And there's going to be the Graviton Surge. How many does he end up hitting on? It's only 2, but there is the Transcendence, and that's going to cancel it out. Zelda does have access to that sound barrier as well, and they might be using it off the back of this Transcendence, and there's going to be that Graviton Surge going out against the side of T4T.I.L.T, and they're just losing too many members right now. Riskin, Flash are down, and so is Hexus, but so is Fisher, and so is Tom. After that Dragon Blade, but MVP Badger is still alive under that sound barrier. Looks like they are going to be able to keep him alive, bubbled up as well. Now going to be able to drop that barrier projector, jumping onto Benny, I imagine, in just a second, cleaning up that. And that's 97%, 98%, and it's going to come down to whether or not this McCree can get on the point, and I don't think it's going to end up happening, as of course McCree is too far away. B.Fly able to take the first map.
Score 1-0.
Might be a 3-0, guys. B.Fly's looking pretty good right now. I'm genuinely impressed by their play. I'd like to see you keep it up. Fisher not having too good of a map right now. But he's still having a good game overall. Definitely got shut down that Genji map. Definitely got shut down a little bit on it before as the Genji, but still, nonetheless, he is doing a lot for his team. But when it's not him, it's Tom, honestly. This Zenyatta to play from Tom has been doing an absolutely insane amount of damage. Zenyatta is one of those heroes that can absolutely shred targets when played properly. And on that note, we're going to go ahead and follow out Flash Auras. Of course, their Zenyatta play does matter, as they have yet to get a lot of value out of their Zenyatta in comparison to Tom. They have gotten some good ults out of it, but they haven't gotten that kill potential that Tom has. We've seen a double and a triple coming out of Tom so far in this match. Now going to be doing it up against the Winston's Flash Roar. Looks like he will be able to take out MVP Badger, but Fisher's going to take it upon him to take care of that Zenyatta. So he will end up going down. Health pack will be claimed by Reaper. And now Winston going to have to be dealing with the Genji after he's discorded up, taking a lot of damage. Amp up healing coming out from Riskin, as Riskin is taking a lot from those left clicks from McCree. There was, I believe, a D.Va mech as well. Now Fisher going to be able to kill Lucio. Might be able to get the D.Va no suit as well, but sorry, just letting the other team know. Well, it looks like we'll be able to get into their series midway through. We will be getting and they are okay with that, so cool. We are going to have the Dragon Blade available here. We'll see in just a second. Fisher going to be able to take out Riskin. That's good play by him. Dragon Blade popped out here. What can he find? What can he find? He's looking there. He finds a Reaper. Now he's looking for another. Does get onto the D.Va. D.Va Zero Suit taking one slash. Benny's going to get cleaned up, and that's going to be basically a team kill, if not literally, as we get the team kill horn. And again, Fisher doing a lot that he can, and the two members on fire are Fisher and Tom. Fisher going to be pre-firing here. Let's see if he gets anything. Nope. He's going to be charging up another pre-fire. And it doesn't look like he'll be able to get in too much with that, as there's going to be another Transcendence available here as he just gets that up. Outsider does have access to the Graviton Surge. That's going to be a massive Graviton Surge as he hits on everyone. And that's just going to be a team kill, as Malseum and Benny are the only ones left alive. Hexus is pretty low. He's still alive, but he's going to be cleaned up in just a second. D.Va gets knocked out of her mech, and she's surrounded, dead. And that's going to be another team kill and a 5-man Graviton Surge from Outsiders. They all push through. The main choke gets absolutely dominated. And T.I.L.T not looking like this is their map to have, their map to win. They need to get something going better here. We're going to go ahead and switch over to Malseum. He did use his Death Blossom during that fight, and it got nothing done. Because you know what? There wasn't a Transcendence from Flash Aura to keep the healing alive during that fight. Now they're going to be initiating again. Looks like Winston's going to be getting a lot of damage up, cleaving away. He's going to be switching into that Primal Rage, swinging away, zoning, creating space. Going to be able to juggle. It looks like this is Zarya. Zarya goes flying off the edge. No, did Little Bo survive? Little Bo survived. He still ends up living, and now he's going to be able to get the Graviton Surge out. This might be exactly what they need. 1-2 kills. Can they get the third? They're going to be looking onto the Lucio. Lucio's taking a lot of damage. Does get cleaned up, but Tom and Gaiken are going to answer off the back. Tom, Gaiken, what can you get done here? Gaiken's going to get zoned back. Does get the shot onto Little Bo, but Tom ends up going down as well. And now it's just Fisher and BP Badger and Outsider, and they're really nowhere near the fight, as they're going to be looking to get back near there. 96% though, as the side of B.Fly only needs to win one fight to be able to take this map. Outsider at 77%, getting very close to his charge, as he is going to self-bubble here, bringing up some of that Zarya charge. Going to be bubbling up Zelda, so he takes some damage, but now it looks like it is going to be initiation coming out here in just a second, as there's going to be a drop beat coming out from the side of T.I.L.T. What can they capitalize on? It looks like they might be able to. Little Blow getting Outsider super low, did have the self-bubble available, but wasn't able to use it quick enough. And Fisher, still alive in the background, could get something done here, but it's going to rely on the rest of his team respawning and getting something else done on the other side of the map so he can do it simultaneously. He's looking for Flash Aura. He's going to be able to find him. This could be huge if he could hunt down Flash Aura and get the kill before Flash Aura is able to link up with his team, getting this kill. But Flash Aura, if he wins the duel, that would be even more huge, and it looks like it's going to happen. Flash Aura takes out Fisher, and that's exactly what T.I.L.T needs right now. They need to be winning these battles against the star players. Gaiken going to be able to take out Malseum, but there's going to be a double Graviton Surge on top of each other. Who's going to win this Graviton Surge duel? And it looks like it is going to be the offense, or aka the side of T.I.L.T, the red team, as they do have the Winston Cleave over the top of it, plus they had more damage, but Fisher does have his Dragon Blade up available. Outsider did use his Graviton Surge, so they're not going to have that, but they are going to have Tom's Transcendence. They're going to have a Deadeye as well, so they could use the double ultimates coming out from the DPS to be able to wipe the entirety of the team. And there's going to be the Cleave coming out from the Winston. Fisher's going to go ahead and try to handle the Dragon Blade. He's in the background. He's getting some huge slashes. Takes out Flash Aura. Now onto the Lucio. That's a big kill. Going to be looking for the D.Va. Is going to get one slash. Going to be able to take out Benny. And now it's just the Zarya left on the point. Everyone's going to be able to get on the point and flip it. and Flash Aura and team are going to have to get back to the point as soon as possible. Hexus is just waiting to get the stall, the overtime. He's going to be able to get it, but he gets bopped away. No, he's not able to get the overtime, and that is going to be 2-0 going to B.Fly here on Lijiang Tower, up in the match 1-0, up in the map 2-0. Only one map potentially remains if B.Fly is able to win.
2-0.
B.Fly looking like a team on a mission to get to the top 8 here, and over here for the side of T.I.L.T looking like they're having a little bit of a problem matching the caliber of play that B.Fly is presenting in this series. Now, if they're able to step it up and continue to play and sweep this 3-0, we would go to a map 3, but at this point, guys, this is what I like to call map point, match point, where they are down in the map. If they lose this map, they lose that map, and then they lose the match because they are down in the match. They are one map away from losing the entire match and one map away from losing the map itself, as we are in the King of the Hill, and we'll be following Little Bo out as he needs to get something done with the Zarya. Big Graviton Surges are what you need to gain and control tempo, and Little Bo is going to be the one on that hero. He's going to be the one that needs to get that done. Bubble going to be going out from the other Zarya, specifically Outsider onto his Diva, helping out a lot, but Hexus is going to get the first kill of the match, and it looks like they might be able to win this fight here, as most of the side of B.Fly is very low. Looks like MVP Badger is able to get one kill, but Gaiken and MVP Badger is super low. Gaiken's actually incredibly low. He's going to be dueling it up. Is able to get away with it, amp it up. No, it does end up falling anyways, but MVP Badger is going to be topped off by this Lucio, but still down to very low HP. Looking for a health pack, I imagine, but they are going to give it to the Reaper. Interesting decision there, but nonetheless, MVP Badger will be able to be topped up by the amp up, heal up as it is going right now, and it will be going down to the normal. There we go. Lucio going to be on the normal amp, and you know what, he's going to get a lot of healing here as there is the speed boost they're going to initiate in. MVP Badger at about half HP, but it looks like Gaiken is going to be the first one to fall as he falls to Hexus, but it looks like they are going to get the trade kill as Hexus ends up going down. Diva's force out of the mech, going to be dueling it up against Flash War, and Flash War ends up dying for 3 kills so far for B.Fly, as they might be able to take out MVP Badger, but they're going to lose the backside of the point. Gaiken nowhere near, but it doesn't matter. Fisher's in the area to fight it out. Tom looks like to take out Benny, and that's a big kill. Fisher could get forward and take out the Zarya. Doesn't really matter though, they are going to be able to get control of the point and start taking up the percent, 5% for the side of B.Fly. Gaiken does have this Deadeye available, Tom does have a Transcendence, and they do have a Graviton Surge available, as well as that Sound Barrier from Zelda. Offense, or aka side of T.I.L.T, looking like they have some ultimates, as they do have 2 defensive and they do have 1 offensive. As that is going to be the Death Blossom for the offensive ult. We'll see what ends up happening here. Graviton Surge going to be hitting on the ground so it doesn't get absorbed. There's going to be the double Graviton Surge, both teams using it. As there's going to be MVP Badger getting a triple kill with that self-destruct. You can't out-heal self-destruct. It does 1,000 damage if you're in the point-blank range of it. And now it looks like that is going to be pretty much all of the offense again cleaned up, as T.I.L.T is in a bad spot as they're not able to get back control of the point. That Graviton Surge plus the self-destruct wiping them completely. Fisher still having access to the Death Blossom, and with no Transcendence available, Death Blossom can do a lot more. Sound Barrier as well with the speed boost, sound boosted, speed boosted Death Blossom is what we always hear about in competitive play, and this is something that is probably never going to go away, as it is a very strong combination. There we go. Fisher's going to be getting the speed boost, and he's going to be doing a lot of damage pushing forward. They do have the Sound Barrier available, but Hexus is going to get the kill before the Sound Barrier is even usable, and MVP Badger is going to end up going down to Hexus, as Hexus is landing these huge shots right now, one after another, as he's looking on to the Zarya Outsider. Can he get this in Yada, landing 1-2 shots, takes out Tom, and Hexus, he's the man that they need to rally behind. They need to get this guy in a good position, they need to get him landing shots and protect him, as he is not missing very many right now, and if they're going to win, it's going to be off the back of good aim from this DPS player. 68% to 40 as B.Fly leads the series and the map. We'll see though. There's going to be initiation from B.Fly. They're going to get 6 down main. Speed boosted in. Graviton Surge from Outsider though before he ends up going down. Hits on 2-3. Gaiken going to be able to get himself a double kill as Malcium and Flash Orb get themselves their own double kills. And now Hex is going to be zoned back by MVP Badger. MVP Badger takes out Flash Orb. And now going to be pushing in against Benny. Going to be able to take out Benny. Maybe no. Does end up getting knocked out of the mech and will end up going down to Hexus. And it looks like the side of B.Fly is having trouble controlling and securing the last map in this best of 5. As if they're able to do it, they will be able to take the match 2-0, as it is a best of 3 map, best of 5 match, best of 3. Pushing forward here, bubble available on Fisher. Going to be able to use it. There's going to be a Graviton Surge going through, zoning the Zenyatta so he can't get as much done, but the Graviton Surge doing a lot here as Hexus gets himself a double kill with the Deadeye. Now it looks like Fisher's taking it upon himself to deal with this McCree, as he's been doing a lot to deal with the team. And it looks like Hexus will be able to win that duel. Meanwhile, there was a Death Blossom coming out from Malcium, and they might have just been able to take this map, guys, here. 95%, getting very close. We are going to switch the title, as I forgot to do that, but we are in the second map of this best of 3. Left clicks coming out from Hexus as he's getting more kills, taking out Gaiken. Little Bo able to take out Badger. And this looks like to be a take of the point, or take of the map here as Fisher is going to channel the Dragon Blade, but he's cleaned up. No one's in the area, and that is going to be it. B.Fly loses this map, and we are going to assign a point in the top center of your screen over to our friendly team of T.I.L.T, as the series will be 2-1 advantaged to B.Fly. A little bit of stretch there, a little bit of action to follow it up. What are you going to do, B.Fly? This is one of the maps that you won. Can you continue, or have you lost your momentum? Momentum has the side of T.I.L.T stripped you of that feeling, and are you not going to be able to play to your potential? Or on the other side of T.I.L.T stepped it up. Is that the map that they just stepped it up? Is this the map to show that they can win the game? Is this the map that they need to take it to 2-2? Well, we will find out here in just a moment, guys, because it's either they win or they are out of the tournament. They have no choice but to win the remaining Lijiang Tower maps, being down 2-1 in a best of 5 on these maps. Speed boost initiation going out, as well as a volley of bright clicks coming out from Tom, not doing too much damage, as Fisher's going to claim the first kill of the match as he takes out Flash Orb. Now going to be looking for more shurikens onto that Winston, as well as the Winston shocking up to Lucio. A little bit of fighting going out as he is going to land more shurikens onto the Winston, but he is going to mainly make it his job to chase out this Lucio, and he looks like he is going to be able to take out Riskin, dashing through, dealing a lot of damage to Little Bo. In the background, he is going to be able to get the shurikens as well as the deflect on the slash. Going to be able to jump over the wall, does deflect that, and gets over out alive. And it looks like Little Bo does end up going down, so that's going to be pretty much all of the first push cleaned up from T.I.L.T, as B.Fly only needing one map to win this match, win this map, win this series. Gaiken with a Deadeye available if they're not paying attention to him and they're not expecting to look this way. This could just end absolutely horrible for them, and there's going to be the Deadeye. Can he get enough damage from it? We're going to find out as he is going to pull the trigger in just a second. No, ends up getting taken out by Benny, as Benny was able to flank in the background and do a lot of damage. That's the wrong hotkey from Bindi, as Zelda, Fisher, Outsider, all in going down. In fact, the only ones left are the Winston and the Zinyan, and you can see in the background they're running over, but that Deadeye ended up doing nothing as he ended up getting cleaned up by Benny. That Winston barrier ended up doing a lot to stop that Deadeye and make him in a very bad position to get the proper shots off to be able to have that Deadeye have an effect. Of course, Deadeye, you can't hide behind a wall if you're quick enough, but it is very hard. You are going to have the initiation from B.Fly. They're going to be going in with him, BB Badger on the Winston. There's going to be that Graviton Surge, and he's just going to start swinging away with a nerf that's going out. We'll see if it ends up being enough to get anyone. No, it doesn't end up getting anyone, as Fisher and Gaiken will both take their own kills. There is going to be a Transcendence coming out, as it looks like the Winston is going to be able to take out Little Bo. Malseum goes down during his Death Blossom. They do end up taking out Tom. Benny ends up taking out Outsider, but still, this is a very B.Fly favorite trade, as it is going to be 30% to 34% on the point, but B.Fly was able to take the point pretty handily here, and they are going to use up most of their ultimates to do it. No Graviton Surge, no barrier. They are going to have a Deadeye coming up here in just a second for Gaiken. And of course, Gaiken could do a lot with that barrier, or with that Deadeye, as he is going to get that up just now, and there's going to be the Winston initiation, and the Flashbang going to be able to take care of that for now, as we are going to have the Graviton Surge going out. Trying to dodge, doesn't end up getting away. Malseum's going to be able to take him out, and it looks like now T.I.L.T has won this fight. They're on the main point. They've gotten the better numbers, and it looks like it's just the Zarya left in the area. There is a Genji trying to come in. Of course, that's Fisher, but it looks like Fisher's just going to be on the escape line, as he's down to 90 HP. Ideally escaping with his life, that would be his primary goal, but the Dragon Blade is available now for Fisher. And so if they're going to flip the point dominatingly again, they have the tools to do so. Fisher looking like to go for the flank here, as he's going to go around the right side, dashing around, and now he's going to pull out the Dragon Blade and looking for those shots onto the slashes onto the Lucio, but he ends up going down to Flash War. Flash War has a great string of shots there, taking him out, but Gaiken, Outsider, getting big kills, as we do have a Deadeye coming out from the McCree. Will it be enough? He does pull the trigger, but he doesn't end up getting the kill, as Hexus gets himself a kill. And so far, the only member left alive is, of course, going to be the, that's about it, actually. No, sorry, Zelda was dead already. So B.Fly getting close to losing this map right now, and of course Genji did use his Dragon Blade full channel, so it's not going to be available for the next fight. B.Fly, what are you going to do in this situation? You have 3 ultimates to use. You do have a Earth Shatter, or sorry, you do have a Primal Rage, you do have a Transcendence, and you do have a Graviton Surge, but we'll see what they can end up doing with it. As you can see, their initiation is going to go out. There's going to be the zoning from Hexus. We're going to have that Graviton Surge come out. It doesn't end up doing that much as Malseum takes out Zelda. So far, no kills for the side of B.Fly, as Malseum gets himself a double kill. He's definitely winning these fights right now, as there's going to be even more damage coming up from this Winston in the background. Hexus is trying his own best he can. He's trying to fight him down, taking a lot of damage. Will end up going down as Fisher gets a kill on a Flash Orb. Gaiken needed that kill big time. Now Fisher's going to be on the point. Does have a dash available in 4 seconds, but might not be able to get it up in time. And no, will end up falling, and that's probably going to be the game there, as Fisher was the one who needed to get on the point and get the flip. And it's going to be 2-2, guys, and we're going to be deciding all of this best of 5 and potentially this entire series on the next map of Lijiang Tower.
2-2.
Night Market will be our last point of conflict. Of course, this was one of the maps that I believe B.Fly ended up losing to. One of the last 2. But I could be wrong. Mondata, there we go. Mondata, there we go. The guy in King's Row, his name is Mondata, and Zenyatta, Mondata was Zenyatta's master, and Zenyatta was Genji's master, so that's what it is. But enough of that. Into the action, Gaiken going to be switching over to a Tracer. No more McCree. They're going to be switching that up. No more McCree for the side of the T.I.L.T either, as they weren't running one for a while, but they did switch back to one to counter meta. Reaper Tracer going to be a lot more mobile and a lot more clashy, as we already see the D.Va dropping super low. Binding actually might get knocked out of the neck here, as Tracer is a lot more vulnerable though to the side of Zenyatta, as of course it only takes 2 shots to take out a Tracer, but this Tracer's already doing insane amounts of damage, just focusing these targets now. Going to keep that dodging around, and that's going to be Flash Door taken out, and you can see Gaiken's tracking is very good on this Tracer, and that is basically going to be a team kill in the first point taken and dominating faster from the side of B.Fly, and all they have to do is win this one more map to be able to take the series on a 2-0 against T.I.L.T. Pulse Bomb is available here for Gaiken. We'll see if he can get too much value out of it. We'll find out, as the offense is going to be coming in now. Lots of damage onto that D.Va. She should be knocked out of the mech. Yeah, there we go. It's going to be knocked out of the mech, and that's going to be the Graviton Surge onto the Pulse Bomb. Not enough, as of course Outsider's going to get himself a double kill before that Pulse Bomb even goes off in the Wraith form. Did prevent Reaper from dying to it. We're going to stay on a different hero just in a second, as we are going to switch over to Tom. He's going to be fighting it up against the other Zenyatta and just bashing him in the back and taking him out. And that is going to be that kill. And that's going to be more controlled point here. More time milked, 35% and counting, as the charge up from Zenyatta is real. Going to be looking for that huge damage. But again, so far none. As we are going to have Hexus actually end up taking out. Hexus switch back over to a McCree. So we're going to have the Death Blossom going out of this. Get canceled out by a flashbang. That's going to be Fisher losing that. There's a Zarya for the side of B.Fly, trying to do everything she can outside her, but she's on the run. Deadeye is available for Hexus, and so is a Transcendence available for the side of Tom. And it looks like they will be able to flip the point here. Took them 61%, but still they were able to do it. And now what is the offense of B.Fly going to be able to do to retake the point? They do have a sound barrier defense from Zelda, or from B.Fly, sorry.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Self-destruct almost available for Benny. You have a sound barrier for the side of the defense, as well as a Graviton Surge and a High Noon. So lots of choices there. As you can see, B.Fly taking their time to get on the point. There's no necessary rush. They're still up 40%, and that's going to be a Graviton Surge into a Deadeye. The question is, will it get enough damage? It does. Zelda ends up going down. And now the Tracer's going to have a really hard time dealing with us. With that, as there's going to be a leap in from the Winston, as he's going to get a fair bit of damage done swinging away. Fisher. Oh, he gets the kill on a little bit, and we're going to go ahead and switch from Hex, as he's not in a good position to continue to get this damage done, as the point is going to flip. They did get basically bullied out of the area, and then the point was taken. Now there's going to be a Graviton Surge onto multiple. Will it be enough, though? There is going to be that great Transcendence coming out of Flash Ward. That's going to keep them all alive during that 73% to 70 or to 40%, as Gaiken is still alive, getting a lot of damage done. Now going to be chasing on to the Reaper, needs to get this kill, as that is going to be the flashbang into the right clicks, and that's going to take out that Tracer immediately. And Fisher is one of the only last members alive, and B.Fly is getting closer and closer to being able to take this map. Only 18% remains, but again, they are not in control of the point right now, so that's the big deciding factor. Looks like they will choose to go up and around to avoid that spam, and that's the smart decision. Fisher going to go anyways, as he gets a Harmony Orb speed boost coming out, as they're going to look to initiate, looking to find those targets. There's going to be a Deadeye coming out, as he does have Wraith form. Hexus ends up taking out Zelda with that Deadeye. So far, it's not looking the best here for the side of B.Fly, as they were able to get pretty far along, and there's going to be Fisher's Death Blossom coming out. He gets himself a few kills. Tranquility coming out here from Tom, as he's going to keep all his team topped off and fight it out. He's going to take out Miskin as well. And then meanwhile, the Death Blossom in the background, but Malcina's not going to get that much done, and the point's going to flip 83%. Haxus in the background, though, able to get that kill. Now getting shocked up by Winston, takes a double headshot to Outsider, but Outsider is still able to get the kill. And now Fish is dueling it up against the Zarya. Needs to win this, but will die. Will be dropped low HP and forced to use Wraith Form. 93% in ticking, 95% in ticking. D.Va needs to get on this point, but D.Va's going to take 2 right clicks to the face. And now it's going to be the final few heroes that are left on the point to try to head to stall it up as long as possible. As we're going to have the D-drop coming out from Lucio. As well as this Mausium going to end up going down. And there's going to be the Tracer from the side. Oh, this is just so close, guys. And it looks like B.Fly, though, they're able to win. They were able to control it at the end. They were able to bully them off. And the kill feed is just going absolutely in their favor. The Tracer from Hex has tried to get there in time and solve overtime and try to delay as long as possible. And, of course, there was the solo sound barrier coming out from Riskin. But in the end, B.Fly is able to take it 3-2 on this map. Able to take it 2-0 in the series. We will get a play of the game here. As it is going to be Outsider on Zarya doing a great job. Zarya, of course, a keystone to any King of the Hill composition when played at the top competitive scene, and it's for this reason right here. Absolutely dominating them, cleaning them out, left click, shredding Haxus here as he ends up going down. And that is going to be that guy, so we're going to kick it over to the AFK screen here, as I will be finding out. I'm not going to be sure if I'm going to be able to get into another match. We will be finding out here in just a moment, but I will keep you guys posted regardless. Anyways, what I do want to say is thank you so much for tuning in. You guys have been watching the Atlantic Showdown EU Qualifier number 4, hosted by @ESL Overwatch. Follow them on Twitter, and sponsored by @PlayOverwatch by Blizzard. Give them some love. $100,000 in the local land comes from somewhere, and that's all Blizzard. In addition to that, guys, you should follow those two. You should also, if you enjoy my casting, follow the channel down below. Just click the little follow button on Twitch TV/DotaRaptors, as well as the best way to show me support is to follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/RaptorZOW. In addition to that, if you guys want to watch these VODs under your own time, watch them. Additional VODs, War Overwatch action. I archive all of the casts that happen on the stream at youtube.com/user/DotaRaptors, as well as my Strat Watch and Patch Watch series that I just started breaking down Overwatch for you guys, as I want to continue Strat Watch here in the next week. But that being said, guys, I'm going to kick it over to the main AFK screen. We'll be figuring out if we get into another match here in just a second. But again, you just watched B.Fly. Congratulations. They'll be making it into the round of 8. They'll be playing tomorrow on ESL main. We'll be seeing how they perform there. But before that, guys, I'm going to kick it over to some music, and hopefully we have some more action right around the corner for the Atlantic Showdown EU Qualifier number 4. I'm RaptorZ, and we'll be right back.